on the hill had nothing to say. They would keep their dreams for another day. So they stood and thought and wondered why this was the time of no reply.
How my dead grandmother helped finish the writing of my novel. I was on the final weeks of Swan in Love Again, the Lesbian Arabian Nights, weighed down with research about mental illness, drugs, and murder. I had to call a woman I had met at a support group for psychics. We were on the phone when she said she was getting a message from far away from someone named Sophie. Who is Sophie? I told her that is my dead grandmother. She said, Sophie wants to help you finish the book. Have fun writing and concentrate on cloth, something about cloth. Soon after, I was staring at a green tablecloth that Sophie had embroidered years ago, and this is what I wrote. Aunt Violet has been, as the saying goes, put away before. Swan was too young and didn't know her then, but Violet had told her about the ways it was, not so nice, with shock treatment, much boredom and frustration from drugs, sexual abuse from other residents as well as the orderlies. One good psychiatrist changed her life, intervened, and stood up for her. She found the proper medication and listened to her dreams, hopes, and fears. She helped find out who she was and who she wanted to be. Her habits and expectations for herself were opened and unfolded like old origami, or more like clothes in an old wardrobe. Some that she didn't want anymore, that had been eaten by moths or mice, had stained the clothes. She threw the old clothes that she didn't absolutely need or could not be cleaned. Some just needed a washing, others were in good shape, still turquoise blue under dust. There was an abundance of gorgeous uncut cloth that lay within her to be made something of for the future. Some was a bolt of fresh forest green velvet given to her by her mother when she sang lullabies with such a gentle love. A measure of slate gray blue cloth emerged as her will and understanding of her own sense of direction that was strong as steel. Her own passion that was separated out from the trespasses she had endured was a heavy, gorgeous red poppy silk that flowed like blood through halls into the cape lining of a tree bark, thick textured black wool coat that had a wide collar she would turn up in the cold. It was her coat. A long fathom of pure gold cloth that was her heart and her intelligence, which included a high IQ, which would finally be an asset. She could finally make something with this gold cloth for herself and the world. Another cloth was a tapestry embroidered with every colored thread that was her memory that would keep revealing itself in increments for her life. Her padded cell had become her home, her refuge, like a nun's cell where nobody could bother her. The newer drug took her from one cliff's edge over to the other side without a fall. Then she was well enough to go out into the world. This was when Swan was a teen. Violet decided to study law. Law gave immense trajectories for her brain to chew on and vast halls that her brain needed to stretch out in. She was no longer frustrated, though her pragmatic mind held back from mystical experience, not wanting to stray too far.